Greetings, folks. This video is about a topic we cover a lot in the ASML Alliance chat. So I thought I'd do a little video about freezing auto-hit hostiles. You can see I have an auto-hit hostile right here heading for my Sally. Um, I've got a 1.87 million power Sally and a 7.7 million power auto hit hostile. That is not going to go well. So, we try to do what we can to get done what we need to get done. Um, Lots of alliances have their own suggested methods for dealing with auto hits. If you're interested in other methods, then please go ask people about them. There's no one right way to play the game. This happens to be the ASML way for just trying to get people who maybe need to spend time in uh, hostile space doing things, but don't want to have to babysit it, which is really great. If you'll excuse me for just a moment, that's a scout, and I'm not letting that go away because scouts are a really good way of getting credits for different factions. And anybody who's in their late 20s or early 30s in terms of game level knows that you need a lot of faction credits to get done what you need to get done. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Um, so I've got this Klingon war army headed for me. I want to freeze him so that he doesn't keep attacking me, and then I can go do what I need to do. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be very courteous to other players. I'm going to be courteous to my other alliance members who might be here grinding, and I'm going to take this Klingon war army into the outer ring. You see this outer ring here. Hostiles, regular old hostiles, never come here. This is just for uh, player ships and for auto hit ships like this one. Um, and while that's moving into position, let's talk about why we might want to freeze an auto hit. There's a bunch of reasons. I won't list them all, but this is really useful if you're a miner. Like, for so long, I was trying to mine crystal and ore because I was friendly to the Federation, so gas was no problem. But I would try to get to those levels where I could just leave a miner, for a while, have it deplete a node, and then I couldn't leave it there, or I had to engage another warship to take the hits for me, and that was two ships out of the three that I had available. It was just crazy. Um, so it's a really great method for that. It's a great method for warships when you're in an armada in hostile territory. If someone wanted to do an FKR armada, the Klingons hate you, but one of your people calls an armada, well, you might be able to take the auto hit. You might be able to beat the ship that the Klingons send at you if it happens to be in Klingon territory. But if that ship happens to hit as the armada is firing, you're not going to get the loot. And not having to worry about it is better than babysitting it in all aspects of the game is great. So another great way to another great use for this is grinding for faction lock. Let's say I want to lock the Federation, and the quickest way to do that is to get Fed points by actually Fed points will get you killing Romulans. Um, but neither here nor there. Whatever gets you the most points, if you need to get those points while not being chased by this auto hit guy throughout engaging territory, this is great for that. So what are we going to do now? We are going to give a lot of space. You see I have plenty of distance here, and I'm even going to leave a little bit more just to get done what we need to get done, because what we're going to do after we leave space is we're going to set an intercept course right for this hostile. We're going to fly right at him. I'm actually going to fly slightly to the south of him. And as I do that, you'll notice that he starts changing direction. And that means that you're on an intercept course. As you get better and better at this, you don't necessarily need to leave that much space. But in the beginning, it's always a good idea to make sure that when you set that intercept course, you see that the direction of the hostile changes so that you know you did what you did. You did what you needed to do to get it right. So here I am. I'm gonna set an intercept course. You see he changes direction. Now I'm gonna recall the ship. And before the recall happens, I'm gonna hit stop. Now I could have hit stop over here, or I could hit stop on my computer. That's fine. Now you'll see that this hostile hasn't changed direction. He's still going for the old spot. And then he hit where he was supposed to hit me, and he stopped, and the red circles disappeared. That means I can do whatever I want now, and he's just going to stay right where he is. And it's great because he's a 39. Yeah, he's an explorer, but when you're, and you know, he's not a battleship. And if you're a person that notices things like that all the time, uh, you might be able to stop him in regular space. But I'm not a person who notices that. You know, when I'm grinding, I'm just like, oh, red attack, red attack, red attack. And that's what I want to do. Grinding is supposed to be a little mindless. Like I should be able to have a television show on in the background while I'm grinding and catching up on the latest episode of whatever. So this helps you to achieve that. And then I just go about my business. I can kill a couple of hostiles, and you see he does nothing. It's great. And what you'll notice is as you know what, I think I'm sharing my sound with this, so you might even have heard that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to recall my Sally, and you'll see that as soon as I'm out of space, that hostile disappears. So he won't be left there bothering other people. And that works whether you recall or you blow up. It's always a good idea to grind until you blow up, because player versus computer, you'll never lose any loot. So take it to the end, get the free ride home, and I think that's it. So any questions? Hit someone up in Alliance chat, see if they have their own special technique or variation on this. Anybody in Alliance chat is always willing to help out any of the leadership and any of the players who have been using this technique for a while. So thanks a lot, everybody.